Coach's Corner is your source. Baseball, football, soccer, and hoops. The Coach's Corner has the scoop. It's the Coach's Corner with Andy.
Covering Tri-State sports, it's the Coach's Corner with Andy on 92.1 The GOAT.
It's the Coach's Corner.
All right, we are back, and it's time to make our picks for Week 11. The game coming up tonight, Washington and Philly, at Philly. I hate to do this, but
Don't do it.
No, I want to win. I want to win in picks, so I'm going with the smarter decision. Do you want to guess what my smarter decision is?
I mean, I guess you're going to say the Eagles.
Yeah, I was going to pick the Eagles.
Dude, that's dirty. That's
Are
dirty
you telling
to
me
do
not?
to your
Are
team.
you telling me not to?
You're a lifelong Redskin fan. No, you already locked yourself in to the Eagles. Write it down.
I wasn't changing my mind.
You're a lifelong Redskin fan. Your team's actually doing really good. The offense looks great, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna toss them aside for the Eagles.
Because I'm waiting. I am waiting on the moment. It almost happened last week. It kind of did happen last week. They were the Commanders were winning, and it fell apart. And
Defense couldn't hold it.
exactly. And with Philly's offense,
Yeah,
and Lattimore's not playing tonight. I don't know.
I want the Redskins to win.
I do.
but-
I want them to win, and if they win, good, perfect. But I'm going to take the smart choice.
Give me the Eagles as well, because I don't feel like going against you on this one, because I want the Redskins to win, and I don't. Yeah,
We'll see.
Eagles.
But a lot of that bet you laid down earlier, you can't get those numbers and not win the game. You know what I mean? So
You don't know that. It could be a shootout.
you're right. I don't know that. I don't know anything. Seems like it. Oh, Green Bay and Chicago. It's in Chicago.
Green Bay by 20.
Oh.
Green Bay by 20. Chicago Bears are falling apart. Okay. They
They've
had a
already fell
brief.
apart.
Yeah, I mean, they had a brief span there where they looked pretty decent and Caleb Williams looked decent, and now
Yeah.
they're on the decline. They just scored 3 points against the Patriots. Nobody should be taking the Bears in this game for the money line. Nobody.
And
There
they
i-
fired their offensive coordinator too.
Yeah, coordinator's out, and there was rumors of them talking about potentially benching Caleb Williams. Now they're not going to do that, but they did talk about it, and it's all over the press, all in the press. So no, Packers.
Yeah, I'm taking Green Bay too. I'm not going to say by 20. I don't know what it would be, but I'm definitely taking Green Bay. Jacksonville in Detroit.
I'm taking the Lions. This is my Super Bowl pick. Yeah, I mean, this is another team like the Chiefs. They can have a bad game and still win. Goff
Yeah, they
threw
know-
4
yeah.
picks last week, 4 interceptions, and they still won. That's
exactly
unheard
what I
of.
was about to say. It doesn't. They're a team that they could completely crap the bed and they'll still make half of the bed and win the game. So, yeah, I got Detroit too. I think that's going to be dare I say it, an easy win. They might make it difficult for themselves, but I
Yeah.
think it's an easy choice. Let's just say that it's an easy choice for you to pick.
Yep.
Now I probably jinxed it. The Las Vegas Raiders in Miami. This one's kind of tough. The Raiders really don't have anything going on right now. They got their most positive thing that's happened to them this season is they kept Max Crosby and didn't trade him away. What else is Minshew the quarterback there still?
Yeah, I think Minshew's in at quarterback. Zamir White didn't pan out to be anything.
They do have Brock Bowers, that rookie tight end. He's pretty decent, but he's got to get thrown to first. I'm going to take the Dolphins here. I think the Dolphins win again. I don't think a lot of people expected them to win Monday night, and I think that kind of gave them a boost of confidence. I'm going to take the Dolphins here.
Yeah, I agree. The Dolphins have all their weapons back on the field. And when those 4 guys, Achane, Tua, Waddle, Hill, when they're on the field, that's a really good offense.
I put Achane on the trade block in one of my leagues because I'm kind of like I'm in the basement. I don't have a chance at playoffs, so I was like, let me trade it. It's a dynasty league, so I get to keep who's traded to me, and I can trade for draft picks too. So I was like, I'm throwing Achane out there for like a first round, a second round, and like
I like that. Build
like
for
a
the future.
like a middle of the road player, like a rookie that's not really playing right now, but they're going to be good when they get a chance, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
fire
put them,
sale.
I put him on the trade block right before the game on Monday afternoon, and then he had a horrible game, and and literally as the game's like halfway through, I'm getting alerts on fantasy that the trade's rejected.
Yep.
I really have no luck with sports this year. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully my luck turns around.
I mean, you're doing okay in our league. You're.
Oh, we play each other this week, don't we?
No, I beat you last week.
Oh, you beat me last week. Yeah, not by
Yeah.
much. Not by.
Don't worry. I don't have to beat you 2 weeks in a row. I mean, I'm 9-1. It's not a big deal or anything. Nobody's trying to call out records or anything. But I've only lost once. Not a big deal. Heard it here first.
All right. Anyways, moving on. The Patriots are taking on the Rams. Excuse me. The Patriots. It's in New England. I was going to say it's in the Patriots, but it's in New England.
I really want to take the Patriots here, but I got to take the Rams.
I'm going to take New England.
I think the Rams season's on the line here.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but I'm going to take New England here.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be one of those games where the spoiler games, but it's not like a big spoiler. Like if we don't win our seasons, I mean, basically their season might be over if they don't win, the Rams, but it doesn't really have that big implication to it. Like nobody's really going to know because you're the Rams and you're 4-6, something like that.
The Rams don't have a bad team. They can still make the playoffs here. Actually, in the NFC, everybody's still in except for the Giants.
Yeah.
So, I think their season's on the line here. Yeah, definitely the Rams.
For the sake of picking different, and for the sake that we didn't take them last week when I felt like we should have, Patriots for me. Okay, so you got the Rams, I got the Pats. Let's see, Cleveland and New Orleans. It's in New Orleans.
Yep.
Olave's out. Olave's out again, right? You get another concussion.
That's what I heard. But you know who stepped up for the Saints, right?
Who?
Valdez. Exxon Valdez. Scantling. Down there. Dude, you don't know how bad I wanted to pick him up on the waiver wire and rename my team to Exxon Valdez. But I didn't do it.
You should have.
I didn't do it because I think he's just going to be a 1-week thing. With that being said, give me the Browns. Give me the Browns in a mini upset.
Okay. I'm taking the Saints because I'm not picking the Browns.
The mini upset of bad teams.
All right, this might be one of the games of the week. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. It's in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh coming off a win. Baltimore also coming off a win. Big wins. Each riding high. Momentum's on both their sides.
Yep.
And it's in Pittsburgh. I don't know. This one's tough. I'm gonna hear what you say first before I pick.
That I don't care for. Shouldn't be basing your pick off of me.
Oh, okay. Well, I honestly have no clue, so I might just.
I already know who I'm picking.
Shoot, I don't know. I really have to think about this one. I don't know. On the one hand, Baltimore is Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, all great players, but at the same time, will they show up? At least one of them does, but it depends on who it is and what they do. Pittsburgh, Russell Wilson doing well, but he's Russell Wilson. Like, I like George Pickens. The Steelers barely beat the Commanders last week, and the Commanders don't have that great of a secondary. They've improved, but I don't think I'm gonna take Ravens.
All right, I'm also taking the Ravens.
Okay.
The only thing that really concerns me is that they're playing in Pittsburgh. I don't like that, but
I feel like it's one of those games like when Pittsburgh fans go to, like, say Washington, for instance. There's more Pittsburgh fans there than there are Washington fans.
Yeah,
I feel like it's going to be a good mix of.
Yeah, it could be a
teams.
good mix.
Yeah,
and Pittsburgh's defense is really flying high. I mean, that their defense is pretty good this year.
Yeah.
I just feel like the Ravens have.
Game.
I think possibly, and I think the Ravens have more, like, I'm gonna say star power. I guess I don't know. Give me the Ravens. I think in a real close one, in a close, low-scoring game. I like a 17-14 Ravens.
Now that I think about it, a lot of games come down to the rushing attack, and how well you run the ball. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys are a prime example of that. You can't run the ball. You can't really do anything else. and the Ravens have the better running game. So,
Yep.
good reason to pick them. All right, I picked the Ravens as well. So then Minnesota's taking on Tennessee. Minnesota's like that team that on paper they're really good, but then some days they don't show up. We've seen them barely beat the Jags last week. They've lost a couple. We thought they should win.
Minnesota is a team that's 7-2, and I don't know how they're 7-2.
Me either. But definitely Tennessee's not beating them, even if it's.
And
in
I
Tennessee.
really want to pick against Minnesota here, but I'm not picking the Titans, so I guess Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm taking Minnesota too, just for the fact that
you can quote me as saying Minnesota's not going anywhere. They're not. They might go to the playoffs, but they're losing first round. I don't think that's not a good team. Like they're going to be 8-2 after this week potentially. I don't think that they're an 8-2 team.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Colts taking on the Jets. This one's in New York.
This is a mess of a game. This is a train wreck of a game.
My gut says Jets for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not betting on Aaron Rodgers. I can't take Aaron Rodgers anymore. The guy had 40 yards in the first half last week. I mean, what is that?
Do you want to bet on Sleepy?
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, give me the
All
Colts. Right. Give me the Colts and the memory foam pillow. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take the Jets on that one. Let's see. Atlanta and Denver. This would be a good. This could be a good game. A couple weeks ago, this would have been like what Falcons all the way, but now Denver proved they can hang with Kansas City. So
yeah,
who we picking here? Shoot, and it's in Denver. I'm gonna say Denver. I think Denver's gonna get a win here. They should have got a win last week.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me. I don't know. I kind of see what you're saying, but I'm gonna go with the Falcons because I think Kirk Cousins is some weeks he looks.
Is Mooney back in?
Yeah, Mooney's back. Some weeks Cousins looks really good. Other weeks not so much. I'm gonna bet that he looks good and that offense is gonna be decent. So.
Oh, trust me, I know all about that, buddy. Play on the Redskins. Okay, so you got Falcons. I'm taking the Broncos there. Seattle in San Francisco. Once upon a time, this would have been probably a game of the week back in the day. But right now, I think this game's going to be a high-scoring game, and Seattle's not going to have a lot of those points, in my opinion.
Yeah, McCaffrey came back last week. Didn't look that great, but I think maybe they were just taking it slow.
But even if he doesn't look great, he draws that attention.
Right.
And that opens up so much other, so many other things. And Brock Purdy is still above average quarterback. Top at least I'd say at least top 6 in the league, maybe. Maybe 7. I don't know, but he's up there. Top 10 at least. Top 10.
I'll give you top 10. I don't know about the other numbers. I'll take the 49ers. I just
that's who I got too. Kansas City and Buffalo. This would be another great game this week. This could be a potential playoff AFC Championship game. They're both AFC, right? Yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
yeah. And it's in Buffalo.
Yep.
But I've read lately people were calling Josh Allen overrated.
Nah.
What do we?
I disagree.
He had kind of a quiet game last week.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say Kansas City gets their first loss here.
Man, I thought I was going to have something real original here because I'm taking the Bills too.
You are?
I thought sure I was going to pick against you. Yeah, I think it's time for Kansas City to get their first loss. I agree. The Bills are a good team. Some weeks they look shaky, but overall they're good. If Josh Allen has the ball last, the Bills are going to win that game.
This is either going to be one of those games where Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes go crazy at quarterback, or it's going to be like one of those games that's really close. And when you look at the score, you're like, oh, wow, it's like 21-20, and it's probably a really good game. But you go back and look at the stat lines, and it's like, this is the most boring game in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be one or the other.
The Bills got to be able to like control. They got to come out there. This is how you beat the Chiefs. You have to control the clock, control the game. And when you get the ball last. You don't leave them any time. The Chiefs are the new Patriots. You don't leave Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes time. You don't leave them a minute on the clock because then what? You're going to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do it.
Exactly. All right, so we're both taking the Bills there. The Sunday night football game is Cincinnati at Los Angeles Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm going with the Bengals in this one. Again, I think we said that earlier. The Bengals are 4-6. To me, they're not a 4-6 team. They're a lot better than that. That offense is crazy good. Their defense just doesn't show up. But
yeah,
I'll take the Bengals.
yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals too. The Chargers, I don't think are a bad football team, but they're not. Their record may be better. Like I said, the record may be better than the Bengals, but overall, I think I agree with you. The Bengals aren't reflective of their record.
Mm-hmm.
They just had a lot of bad breaks so far this year. So I'm going to take the Bengals, too. I think this is one of their good breaks. Dude, Jamar Chase, what do you have? 253 yards receiving or something?
Craziness.
I was going up against him in one of my fantasy football leagues. And I was like, of course I am. Why wouldn't I?
That was the Thursday game, wasn't it?
Yeah. Thursday night.
Yeah, so that Thursday. So by Friday
morning, that was the Ravens
morning,
game. That was the Ravens
by Friday
game.
morning, you had already lost.
Oh, for sure.
You had already lost for the week.
For sure. Actually, did I lose that game? I don't know if I lost. I'm going to look. Hold on. So I'm going to give you this game quick while I look. The Texans at the Cowboys. And then go ahead with it. And
I think this is a neat matchup because it's the Texas matchup. You know what I mean?
Did you say a neat matchup?
Yeah.
Who uses the word neat?
I don't know, somebody that's 9-1 in your league. But no, I'm going to take the Texans just because, both teams don't look great, but I'll take the Texans because, you got Dak Prescott's out. CeeDee Lamb last week without Dak Prescott only had 21 yards.
Yep.
I'm trying to shop him around and trade him in my other league. Nobody wants him, which, I guess I get that. But, yeah, and Dallas, of course, can't run the ball. Everybody knows that. We've known that since week 1, since training camp. So, yeah, Texans in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Texans here, too. We talk about teams that are falling apart, and this team has, like you said, the Cowboys were already apart when the season started. They fell apart when they didn't make the move for the running back or try to get Derrick Henry.
Yep. They needed somebody. Somebody. And for some reason, they thought to themselves, hey, Rico Dowdle is going to be the guy. I don't know why anybody would ever think that. And then I guess it was near the end of training camp. They thought, wait a minute, hold on. Maybe Rico's not the guy. Let's get Zeke back. I mean, come on. It's like when you're fantasy drafting on Madden. And you're drafting these positions, all these crazy, awesome defensive tackles, and you have a 99 rated wide receiver. Your quarterback's a 92, and then it's the I don't know how many rounds a fantasy draft does. It's the 35th round because you have to draft your whole team, and you're looking down through it, and you're like, oh shoot, I didn't draft a running back. Rico Dowdle will do, or Zeke will do. Zeke was good at one point, and then your running game just absolutely trash. So all right, let's count out. So how many we have different? 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have 4 different, so we shouldn't need to do a tiebreaker this week. No, we do because it's an even number.
I thought it was the odd number. We had to do a tiebreaker.
Nah, you have this problem every week.
Tiebreakers on the Houston Dallas game. So are we going to do total points?
Go ahead and hit me with 38.
And how many of those are Dallas points? Oh, let's do that. Let's pick points, and how many of them will be Dallas points?
Fine, give me 38 total points. And Dallas is going to have 9.
9 of them? Wow. All right. I'm going to go let me think. I'm going to go 28 points. I'm going to go right underneath you. And I'm going to say
low.
And I'm going to say Dallas has 14 of them.
Okay, you said 28. You meant 38.
No, I meant 28.
So 28, and you think that Dallas is going to have 14 of them, so the game's going to end 14-14?
Oh, wait. Yeah, that is. You're right. Sorry. Dallas is going to have 10 of them.
I mean, it could be 14-14 and just end in a tie.
It very well could. Watch it happen now. So I've always been, I'm bad at math.
Yeah, accurate.
God, we used to work together in a credit card department, and I had to use a calculator constantly. That's why I'm in radio.
Mhm.
Come on, man. All right, so yeah, 28 points total. I think Dallas will have 10 of them. I think it's gonna be closer than people think. Just for the fact that they're struggling. I would say they're struggling.
They are
Certain
struggling.
aspects.
They are struggling. I don't see how the Cowboys offense is going to be able to put together a lot of points. That's all.
They could be defensive points,
That's true.
or they could be, 3 field. No, that wouldn't make sense. 2 field goals and 2 safeties.
Yeah, I mean, it could
I mean, we've seen
Mhm.
crazier things.
be 5 safeties.
It's possible. All right, so we'll tally these up at the end of the week, and then we'll have you back on next week, and we'll pick for week 12, and we'll go over week 11. And it should be a good week. There's a couple good games. I'm excited for tonight's, so I do hope it's a
Yeah.
good game. I hope they play well. I think they'll play well. It's just when they'll play well. It'll either be they'll come out of the gate hot and then fall off, or they'll wait too long to play decent, and it'll be too late. So
Yeah, I'm looking for a
that's my
shootout.
fear.
I'm looking for a good one. We'll see.
That'll be nice. We'll see. All right.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging out today. We'll see you later.
All right. See ya.
If you'd like to be featured on the Coach's Corner with Andy, email coach at 921thegoat.com.